Sometimes we sometimes look at approaching women as a task that is really hard to do because we're so busy looking at the end result that hasn't happened yet that it sometimes stresses you out to a point where you either say to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to do it because of that end result, or I don't know how to do it correctly and I'm just going to go try to do it. And sometimes when you go talk sometimes when you go talk to a woman, excuse me, and you go up and approach her, sometimes, when you're in the moment, and we're gonna be talking about that. When you're in the moment, you're not necessarily you don't have a what I the Twix moment. There used to be a commercial where if something's going wrong, you can grab a Twix and freeze time, give you an opportunity to think about what you have to say or to really fix something that you kind of broke. So what a lot of guys do is they revert to their approaching bid, which messes up because versus putting in their bid. You see, the reason why I push putting in your bid is because this is going to be something that you do all the time to a point where you're just going to be on autopilot because that's all you're doing is that over and over. It's repetition. You're just doing it all over and over again. You're not changing it up. You see, we so many guys out there, they look at the woman to decide how they're going to approach the woman versus looking at themselves to show the woman why they should get with them. Sometimes it can be, for a lot of guys, intimidating when you see a beautiful woman, when you see a beautiful woman, or you see a woman with a nice fat ass, or you see a woman with beautiful breasts. When you see that, for a lot of guys, that can be intimidating, even though that's just one layer of that individual. What's so important here with me, and I try to get you guys to see, is that I want you to approach you and know what you need to do. The important thing about you is that you know yourself, but you also know what you need to work on. And it is at that moment that you know yourself well enough to get your thought across. Most guys, unfortunately, they're under the impression that the woman automatically knows what they're thinking by what they're saying, and that's not true. And that's why we want you to be clear, concise, and transparent. See, one of the things that are hurting a lot of you guys right now in all of this is the layers of junk, trash, and bullshit that you have in your mind right now when it comes to talking to women, because you jump on YouTube, you got your friends, you got probably your family, you got all these people trying to tell you what you should do, and it's really becoming confusing. What I'm trying to do is say, fuck the friends, fuck the family, fuck the situation, and fuck the woman. I'm not saying in a bad way, but I'm just saying fuck the thought of it, and look to you to do what it is you want to do. But as I said before, and this is very important, you cannot go at a woman thinking that she is going to give you pussy as soon as you meet her. Life is not porn. And if you go in at this because you're placing a judgment on her, it's going to fuck everything up. Yes, she might be nasty. Yes, she might be a slut. Yes, she might be a whore. But When you place a judgment on her and you don't even know her, that's going to mess everything up. So the important thing when we look at going at your bid and looking at what you need to do, we want to make sure at the end of the day that you as a man, you look to yourself for the answer. But wait a second, if I look to myself for the answer, what if she says no? What if she rejects me? What if she says she has a boyfriend? What if she says she's not interested? And you know what I say to that? I don't give a fuck. I'm more happy about me going after what I want versus worrying about the end result of what I want. You see, I can't read into the future and I don't know what's going to happen when I walk up to that woman. I have no idea what's going to happen. But what I do know is that I know what I need to say for me to place my bid, give her the opportunity to fuck with me. No matter what the situation is, I don't care. I'm not looking at it that way. So if I don't look at it that way, I don't look at the end result because the end result is just what it is. It's just a moment in time. It's just one page. And it just doesn't hold the weight that you give it. You give it the power and the weight of holding you down. And it doesn't matter if it's online or offline. You know, you always put your bid and you do it so much that you're just going on autopilot and you're not thinking about anything that's happening. You're just moving. And that's what we're trying to get you to do. We're just trying to get you to move on that. And once you are able to move on that and put your bid in and all other stuff, everything's going to change for you because at the end of the day, it's all about you. Once you can guide yourself, you're going to be fine. But the most important thing here is that everything we're showing you are step-by-step processes, okay? It's these processes that you're going to take. It's just not you putting in your bid. You must work on yourself all day, every day. You must learn yourself and learn why she should be getting with you. And if you're not learning you and you're going up to women, it's not going to work or have the same effect as it would if you knew what you were talking about, if you knew who you were. So just remember when it comes to part of putting, I'm going to talk to you more about these things, but when you're putting in your bid and everything, it's really important to understand that it's not about the end result. It's not about the woman.